edition of this program. Welcome to Abntv Newspaper Review. Here with me I have the Tribune newspaper. And the headline here with me with the Tribune newspaper. OSUN local government poll OSEC amend notice of election. Rivers local government election court stops INEC from releasing voters register. 296 kidnappers arrested in 6 weeks. Nigeria fines Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp at $220 million. I am ready to pay new minimum wage, says Governor Adeleke. As Supreme Court Justice ordered the cry indecent dressings by lawyers. The full details now to the full story of the details. Nigeria fines Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp $220 million. Nigeria has fined Meta platform $220 million. The Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission said on Friday after investigation showed data sharing on social platform protection and privacy laws requires and reported on Fridays. Meta is the present company of Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and WhatsApp. The FCCPC said Meta appropriated the data of Nigeria users on its platform without their consent, abused its market dominance by forcing exploitative privacy policy of users, and meted out discriminatory Nigerians compared with other jurisdictions with similar regulation. Meta did not immediately comment, but the FCCPC said in a statement that the company had provided some documents and have retained counsel we have met and engaged with the agency. The FCCPC chief Adamu Abdullahi said the investigation was jointly led with Nigeria Data Protection Commission and spanned over 38 months. The investigation fund Meta policy do not allow users the option or opportunity to self-determine or withhold consent to the gathering, use, and sharing of personal data, Abdullahi said. Nigeria fined Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp $220 million. The full details of the story is on page 4 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Another story here with me, the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Representatives to review 6.2 trillion naira supplementary appropriation bill. The Deputy Chairman House of Representatives Committee on Media and Public Affairs, Honorable Philip Agbese, on Friday assured Nigeria that the House is working diligently to review the 6.2 trillion naira 2024 supplementary budget bill transmitted by President Bola Tinubu for legislative approval. Honorable Agbese, who gave the assurance during an interview in Abuja, said the House is committed to ensuring that the supplementary budget serves the best interests of Nigerians. According to him, the proposed 2024 supplementary budget totaling 6.2 trillion naira was initiated to fund critical infrastructural projects, education, healthcare access, and public welfare initiatives. He explained that the proposed budget was divided into two main components: 3.2 trillion naira for Renew Hope infrastructural projects and other critical infrastructural projects across the country, and 3 trillion naira to meet further recurrent expenditure requirements necessary for the proper operation of the federal government. We will structurize every bit of the budget's proposal to ensure that ultimately each kobo is well utilized and that the budget is in the best interest of our constituents. Representatives to review 6.2 million naira supplementary appropriation bill. The full details of the story is on page 6 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Federal government arrests 7 suspects on illegal gold sites in Kogi. The federal government has arrested no fewer than 7 suspects allegedly involved in the illegal mining of gold in Yeba, East local government area of Kogi State. A statement by the Special Assistant to the Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Segun Tomori, disclosed that the operation, which was carried out by the mining merchants in Iye, communication of Yaba East local government, involved dislodging illegal miners whose activities have prevented lawfully authorized miners with licenses covering for contract units from accessing the site for 16 years. Reports indicate that the nefarious activities have gone on indirect for over 20 years. The well-coordinated operation led by the Commander Mining Merchants, ACC, Azan John Onoja, resulted in the arrest of 7 suspects heading different groups of illegal miners in the state. Following the successful operation, site workers were given 5 days to vacate the site as operation to effectively secure the area of the insurgency is fully recovered by unlawful mining activities will continue in earliest. Similarly, operation was carried out recently by the mining merchants in local government area of Abia State, leading to the arrest of 8 Chinese nationals and a Nigerian suspected to be involved in illegal mining. Federal government arrest 7 suspects on illegal gold sites in Kogi State. The full details of the story is in page 6 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Declare state of emergency on economic now. Atiku supports group sell Tinubu. The Nigeria Youth for Atiku is support from a former Vice President Atiku Abubakar in Nigeria, and diaspora has urged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to declare a state of emergency on the state of the economy without further delay due to various economic challenges facing the country. The Nigeria Youth for Atiku made the call in a statement issued by its Director of Publicity, Mr. Dare Dada, a copy which was made available to newspaper, just as it equally called on the President to urgently reverse all anti-people policies to avert imminent resolution in the country. The group, which met in Akure, the Ondo State capital, urged the President to immediately assemble a strategy team to review the state of the nation economic, noting that at the moment it seems the dust does not receive feedback from the street to understand the current situation. Rising from our recent strategy meeting in Akure yesterday, all issues bordering on the general welfare of the country were considered and reviewed. It was agreed that the APC-led government has failed our nation. The Nigeria Youth for Atiku leaders were of the opinion that President Tinubu needs to assemble a strategy team to review the state of the economic. Declare state of emergency on economic now. Atiku supports groups to tell Tinubu. The full details of the story is on page 6 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. And lastly, with me, the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Local government autonomy and federalism. From whatever perspective one may be looking at the recently delivered judgments of the Supreme Court of Nigeria, which border on greater financial autonomy for so long suffocated local governments in the country. In a sum and truth, a landmark judgment, for instance, to those who believe that local government is a distinct tiers of government, has been emasculated by the state government through wrongful operation of the state local government joint accounts. The local government by some governors and operation of local government function by the state government, the judgment is of course victory and for true federalism. Local government autonomic and federalism. The full details of the story is in page 28 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. And before we come back to another edition of this program, if you'd like to watch live and direct on our website, you can click on www.abntv network. On our website, click on www.abntv network. And we also have the social media. We have the Facebook, we have the YouTube, we have the Twitter, we have the Instagram. On our Facebook, you can click on Abntv OSUN. On our YouTube, you can click on Abntv Nigeria, and likely on our Twitter, you can click on Abntv OSUN. And lastly, on our Instagram, you can click on Abntv Nigeria. Try to subscribe, try to like and comment. And if you like to watch us live and direct on our website, you can click and subscribe and watch us there. Before we come back to another edition of this program, the Punch newspaper, let's listen to what we have for you in our studio. We'll be right back.
Discover the uniqueness in the entertainment industry. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, is now the pace setter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your products and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
9894 OSUN Street, Suite 875, Houston, Texas 77036.
Contact phone 281-652-8396 and
832-490-8203.
Website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural heritage.
Welcome back, and I hope we enjoy what we have in our studio. Now to another edition of this program, The Punch newspaper. The headline here with me with The Punch newspaper: police under prayer over medical reports of Lagos teenager defiled by cop. Federal government to spend 3 trillion naira on new minimum wage pension and gratitude. Global its inch. Nigeria passenger grown as various islands cancel delay flights. Now the story in details. Federal government to spend 3 trillion naira on minimum wage pension and gratitude. The federal government is set to spend 3 trillion naira on the new minimum wage and the payments of pensions and gratitude, Saturday Punch has learnt. The Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Atiku Bakudu, disclosed this on Friday during a meeting with the Senate Committee on Appropriation, chaired by Olamilekan Adiola. The minister presented the general principle of the newly amended 2024 budget in the committee at the meeting. Recall that President Bola Tinubu had, after a meeting with the leadership of Nigeria Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress on Thursday, approved a new minimum wage of 70,000 naira for new Nigeria workers. The president also pledged to review the national minimum wage every 3 years. The National Assembly in both chambers had on Wednesday passed for first and second readings an amendment of 6.2 trillion naira to the 24 budget, increasing the budget size to 33.7 trillion naira. In a letter to the Senate, read in a plenary by the Senate President Godswill Akpabio, Tinubu sought the withdrawal of 3.2 trillion naira from the Consolidated Revenue Fund for capital expenditure. Additionally, he requested another 3 trillion naira for additional recruitment expenditure for the year ending on December 31, 2024. For expenditures consideration, the Senate gave the request presented as executive bill first and second readings and mandated its Committee on Appropriation and Finance to inject more legislative input and report back within a week. In his lead debate on the Appropriation Amendment Bill, the Senate leaders Okpeyemi Bamidele and the amendation sought to authorize the insurance of 3.2 trillion naira for capital expenditure and 3 trillion naira for recurrence expenditure from the Consolidated Fund. Federal government to spend 3 trillion naira to new minimum wage, pensions and gratitude. The full details of the story is on page 4 of the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Punch newspaper. 11 varsity students killed, 22 kidnapped in 3 months. No fewer than 11 university students were killed and 22 others kidnapped in the last 3 months, Saturday Punch investigation revealed. Our correspondent gathered that the affected students were victims of different violence incidents, including robbery attack, which occurred across Nigeria universities over the past 3 months. As part of the fatalities and final year students of Ebonyi State University Abakaliki, Favour Ukwan on May 22, 2024, committed suicide in an hostel at the Uzeke campus of the school. Also, in May, a 200-level engineering student at the Ajayi Crowther University in Oyo State, Alex Simleyin, was clubbed to death by his colleagues over a claim that he stole a mobile phone. In the same month, 2 female students of the Joseph Savannah University Agriculture Makurdi, Benue State, were kidnapped by the government. Similarly, 2 students of Confluence State University of Science and Technology in Lokoja, Kogi State, capital, were kidnapped on Thursday, on the 9th May, and killed on Saturday, 25th May 2024. On 13 June, a female student of the University of Benin, Adekolore Glory, was also raped to death at the Yowa community in Benin State. 11 varsity students killed, 22 kidnapped, 3 months. The full details of the story is on page 5 of the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Another story here with me, Nigerian Punch newspaper. Food crisis. Experts urged federal government to engage forest guard in a band to curb the rising attacks on farmers by bandits and other criminal. Security aspects have called for the empowerment and training for forest guard. This measure, they believe, will significantly enhance the safety and securing our farmers, thereby ensuring food security for the nation. Recall that in a sealed statement, had begun the process of declaring forest guard to protect forests and flush out bandits. At the President Bola Tinubu meeting with the governors on Friday, February, the federal and state governments agreed to recruit forest rangers and invest in more training to keep the country's forests and borders safe. At the National Economic Council 140th meeting held at the Aso Rock Villa on March 21, the council revealed reports from 16 state governors expressing their support for establishing state police. Speaking in an interview with Saturday Punch, a security aspect and retired military colonel Yomi Dare emphasized the importance of adopting an empowering forest guard. The government's adoption of the forest guard system will go a long way toward alleviating the suffering of the masses, he stated. Food crisis aspects urge federal government to engage forest guard. The food service story is on page 5 of Nigerian Punch newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Punch newspaper. State congresses, PDP seek peace and crisis in Rivers and others. The People Democratic Party has urged its members nationwide to maintain peace in the building up of the state congresses, which are scheduled to commence with the World Congresses on July 2027. A senior members of the PDP National Working Committee who requested anonymity due to lack of authorization to speak purposely revealed that the party is grappling with a formidable challenge as the upcoming congresses have anticipated the crisis in the state chapter. The reliable source mentioned that there was already a court order preventing the party from proceeding in Rivers, and the ongoing turmoil in several states complicated the commencement of the process. He stated the congresses will start on July 27 across the country. We begin with world congresses, followed by local governments congresses on August 26, and then the state congresses in September. We have challenges in some states. These states include Kebbi, Kaduna, Katsina, Rivers, Ekiti, among others. The party is mindful and does not want to go into congresses with the crisis. So we are doing everything within our reach to resolve all these issues. The issues in these states are about conflicting interests, but nothing is beyond reconciliation, and we will resolve all issues for the sake of the party future. State congresses, PDP seek peace and crisis in Rivers and others. The food service stories on page 7 of Nigerian Punch newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Punch newspaper. The civic rights organization and lawyers differs on planned protests against hardship. Civic rights organizations and lawyers have expressed divergent opinions to the planned nationwide protest scheduled for August 1 to 10, 2024 across the country. A statement had widely circulated on social media recently, indicating the readiness of some youth to stage a nationwide protest across the country in response to prevailing economic hardship. The protest, to be organized by various youth groups, was reportedly aimed to openly express the youth's frustration over the escalating cost of living under the current administration. Recall that the North Central arm of the All Progressive Congress Forum had warned against the proposed protest, noting that such a decision would be counterproductive and harmful to the progress of the country. The forum chairman, Alhaji Salam, who addressed newsmen in Jos, the Plateau State capital, recently, said those calling for the protest also observe the situation in the country and have a sound judgment before taking any decision. Speaking with Saturday Punch on Thursday, some CSOs and lawyers expressed contrasting viewpoints to the planned protest, even as they both agreed it was a constitutional right of the citizen. The CSO and lawyers defies unplanned protest against hardship. The full details of stories on page 9 of Nigerian Punch newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Kano SSCDC naps 3 for cable taps. The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps Kano State Command has nabbed 3 suspected vandals and dismantled a syndicate said to be responsible for destroying critical national assets. Operative of the anti-vandalism units apprehended Sanusi Musa and Musba Abibu as Adi Grand Abibu Way, Kano, while mentally stolen street light cables. Another suspect identified as Mohammed Ado, who caught parking vandalized street lights wires at Racecourse Road, Nasarawa, GRA, Kano. The 3 suspects are already in custody, just as investigation have commenced, while the NSCDC in a frantic search of the 3 accomplices who are still at large. Criminals have no hiding place in Kano. The corps has launched a manhunt to bring perpetrators to justice, he stated. It should be recalled that the NSCDC operative on July 8th arrested a suspect identified as Abdurrahman Awam to lying on local government Kano for vandalizing a transformer as well as recover some items believed to have been stolen items from him. Kano NSCDC naps 3 failed cable taps. The full details of stories in page 30 of Nigerian Punch newspaper. And lastly, with me in the Nigerian Punch newspaper, police arrest 14 robbery kidnappers in Borno. The Borno State Police Command has said suspects numbering 14 have been arrested for allegedly committing various crimes ranging from theft to kidnapping. The state police public relations officer, Naum Disco, stated this on Friday while briefing journalists on the arrest of 14 persons suspected to be engaged in various criminal activities, which range from theft, cable, rape and armed robbery, unlawful possession of firearms, and kidnapping. He said the suspects will be dealt with. All the suspects will soon be charged in court after preliminary investigation are completed. Police arrest 14 robbery kidnappers in Borno State. The full details of this is page 28 of Nigerian Punch newspaper. And that's what we have for you in the newspaper review. If you like, watch us live and the rest on our website. You can click on www.abntv network. On our website, click on www.abntv network. On our social media, we have the Facebook, we have the YouTube, we have the Twitter, we have the Instagram. On our social media, you can click on Facebook, Abntv Houston. On our YouTube, you can click on Abntv Nigeria. On our Twitter, you can click on Abntv Houston. And lastly, on our Instagram, Abntv Nigeria. Try to subscribe, try to like and comment. If you like to watch it live and then to our social media, you can click and subscribe to our social media. My name is Kenny Afolabi. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching me. Bye for now.